you've been cheating to win, but you reset your laptop, so you should be coming back down to earth.
Yeah, I have. Although it's just done it again. It's just done it again. The problem I've been having.
Oh no.
But I'll not record this game if you guys have got it on stream.
No, you guys are welcome to record if you want to put it on your channel with your own commentary and whatnot. You're more than welcome to.
We can share the recording after this though, because if you want to put it on your channel, we'll share it with you. If you
do
want.
that then, Chris, because I think it's the OBS that's making my laptop go funny. If I'm being honest.
Fair thing.
Not a problem.
We'll do that for you. We'll edit it down just for you then.
Yes, please do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And you guys keep your own timers and everything, and start whenever you're ready. Have a good one.
All right. Right then, Al. Let me find you in all this mess of. My Microsoft Teams for work there, everybody.
Shout out to Microsoft Teams.
Yep.
I love it. Hate that program.
Which program?
Oh yeah.
Microsoft Teams.
Oh yeah. I use it at work. Ugh.
What is it?
It reminds me of work every time I have to use it anywhere.
It's very simple. So the rest
Yeah.
simply bit vodka. I've been using rum, but I tried vodka. I reckon it'd be the same.
I like Teams though.
Hasn't got any flavor to it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it works. It does its job. The problem I have with it is I've got basically an on-air light I use to let my kids and my wife know if I'm in a meeting whether they can come in and interrupt me, and it doesn't integrate with Teams.
Oh, like it used to with Skype.
Is this the
Right.
same you beat me with the other night?
So,
basically, in fact, I think it is exactly.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
like I said, it's a love-hate thing. It's not so much an issue with the application. Just
Every
with
time
the-
somebody says it's a love-hate thing, it reminds me of Superbad when he's talking about parties.
Just trolling with and killing all my opponents incredibly slowly with this Corvus Glaive.
Oh
No.
He brought this slow game to the stream. I'm so glad.
I have one. No question marks this side.
Question mark.
Okay, your choice, sir.
I think I will go first, please.
Mr. McCann, go on first.
So, do we think we're going to get to see this Spider-Man in action? Because I know it's like clearly a strong card. I just feel like I haven't gotten to see people play around with it.
It's an extremely strong card with a niche use. It's if you don't need it, then there's no point in grabbing it. But if you need it, it's the only thing that's going to work. And so I agree with you. I hope we get to see it. But it depends. I haven't looked at these teams. I know Alex, Mr. McCat's team from the last one, so he may be reaching for it in this one, depending upon how he decides to go with his with his team.
Gentlemen, I'm going to step away for a second. Leave it on attack mode.
Okay.
All right.
I'll field the sidekick and I'll buy a Corvus Glaive.
Bought the Corvus Glaive. What did Mr. McCat
Nice and
do
early.
turn one? Oh, so he bought Forge turn one.
Yeah.
Mr. McCat did. Okay.
So I feel like he's gonna. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. From what we saw in the last match.
Yeah, 100%.
Bolt then, didn't you?
I really wanted a bolt. I wanted a bolt.
Does either one have energy fixers? I don't see one.
No, I don't think either of them have any energy fixers.
Through the internet.
That is quite horrendous.
What are you doing?
There's an intellect devourer on a team.
Which team?
There's not.
Am I looking at the wrong one?
Must have something going on.
The best I can do is
I know Mr. McCat doesn't have one on his team. I don't see one on.
Okay, I must be looking at the wrong team.
Yeah.
It kind of ruins everything, but I think it might be.
Does he go under surveillance early?
I'm going to field the sidekick. I'm going to Atlas, and then I'm going to Villain's Pact, and then I'm going
Villain's Pact and Atlas.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Not got enough dice.
You've
So-
got enough dice.
No, I've only got those 5, so.
I want to take the chance to say, I think that Forge is one of the wildest energize effects because it's effectively rolling a 4 energy face or better.
Right. It's so good. Yeah. You're right.
What do you do? Do you want to stop this static field malarkey
True,
going
but
on?
I'm planning on buying them all.
Being able to buy those actions very cheaply.
Well, I look forward to that.
Mhm.
Use that, and there we go.
Right,
That was,
okay.
God, that was convoluted. Sorry.
Alright, I handled it. I was able to cope. I don't want all these sidekicks though. I'll keep those two. Reroll these two.
All right.
Keeping a shield and a fist.
Got a
Getting another
sidekick.
mask and a sidekick there.
But I went for the bag management.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to a Spider-Man 2 myself, honestly.
Ben's thinking of it
Yeah.
now.
And I know it's really powerful and more of a control piece than anything to be able to just get those, nasty things off the board.
Right,
The
I'll
other
pay
thing
two
too is like
Spider-Gazer.
Spider-Man got a nice like body on him too. He's
Oh,
strong.
yeah.
Is it Atlas?
It's a
Stats are good.
5/5.
Atlas.
And then it's Atlas, yeah. Well, either way
So,
around, am I the villain?
Purchase of a Grell for True Mr. 6 here.
Oh, Gazer.
Yeah.
Or Gazer,
So
sorry.
let's help people understand what the True Mr. 6 team is going to be doing, because I think that since it's outside of the metagame,
I like it.
people are going to have a chance to learn a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
And then
he is-
I will-
he's trying to set himself up to field Corvus Glaive next turn, which
Three in the bag.
he's going to roll it from his bag, and then he's going to
Ben, I don't know.
purchase the
I don't know how Ben
Poxwalker
feels about this move.
to deal 2
One day
damage,
he'll let me know.
and hopefully he's going to build some control pieces along the way, right?
Mhm.
But I don't. Do we think he's going to start doing the damage as fast as he can, or just focus on purchasing the bigger control pieces first?
Knowing him, he's gonna make it as slow as possible and make it like fingernails on a chalkboard.
First time I've seen that.
I think he realizes he needs to get some control in here. So I think he's going to go for the early hit and then pivot back to control. Spin up for another hit and then spin back to control and go that route. I don't think he's going to stay focused on the Corvus Glaive doing the direct damage the whole time.
One of the things that comes to mind too is that if he wants to start getting Corvus out so he can block the Godcatcher with it and get the chance to refield it, but I don't know if that's going to be a good move early or not. I'm also kind of thinking we're going to see he's probably going to go Drax and then Pip, right, in that order, as far as the next control purchases.
I think that does make sense, yeah.
I see your
But
And Mr. McCat, of course, just purchased all 3 of his Godcatcher dice.
Now he's going for his nefarious broadcast and under surveillance.
And True Mr. 6 is now reaching for his drink to
He just
cry
saw what's
away
happening.
his loss here.
He understands what's going to happen to him and is drowning his sorrows in his beer.
Okay, thank you.
As much as I say
those
about True Mr.
Godcatters
6,
are
he's
gonna
very
be
polite,
pretty punishing.
Yeah. And again, it's that forge. That forge is just
Yeah.
enabling all of that.
Just
Corvus
buying
So-
everything up for 1.
oh,
Got
doesn't really
Corvus,
need
but he
that.
didn't get the.
So
here
do we think
Gazer-
True Mr. 6 is going to go for Gazer before Drax here?
Right then, I will pay a fist to buy a Poxwalker.
I think he needs to.
I will pay 1 to field Corvus Glaive, paste the Poxwalker back on the card, and ping you for 2.
So he's pinging Mr. McCat for 2.
That.
Someone stop this man!
If I do that 4 more times, I've done as much damage as one of your Godcatchers.
Well,
I think he's going to probably go another Gazer, right?
yeah.
Field the sidekick. I will then. You got an energy save back.
no, none at all.
I will move to the attack step,
Yeah,
and I will attack with my 3/1 Corvus Glaive.
well, there you go. You're complaining, but I don't know what for.
So that's 3 more damage with
Is that that?
Corvus Glaive.
Corvus Glaive All-Star?
Is that that? Is
Yeah.
that you let it through, or you blocked it?
Of course I've got blockers.
You
Yeah,
got sidekicks.
I've got loads of blockers.
Oh,
No, I'm letting
he's
him through,
got-
mate. Mind
oh,
you,
he's
I've got
letting
the-
it go.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna let him through.
My bag's empty. I don't know if that.
Oh, the bag's empty.
All right, so he lets the Corvus Glaive through to
Yeah, I might as well block
send it back to his
Yeah.
bag.
Well, hang on. That'll be 7 dice going into my bag though.
Oh,
Yep.
oh man, you keep throwing information at me here. Yeah.
And Shadow Meld over General Nemesis.
Wow, that was
Wow.
Yeah,
fast.
let him through. Let him through. Go on. What's the
Wow.
worst he can do apart from do lots of damage to me?
Yeah, so True Mr. 6, I think he's got a
2 plus 3.
Yes.
little bit of an energy problem here, because he can't
And that's over to you.
he can't use the clay face to get energy that matter out of his
God Catchers, which is
use pile.
infinitely more exciting.
Yeah.
That's
He'll
not
probably villain his pack.
I mean, that
Well, it's
was
too late now, right? He has to
what
do it on his
used.
turn.
Yeah.
It's coming back in.
Yep.
Right, there we go.
Mm.
Oh, do that again.
Well.
Do that again.
Don't we all have energy problems? You know what I'm saying?
Masks.
Yeah.
No, mine's more of a motivation problem, you know.
True.
That's kind
He's
of
got
slightly
one guy
too
catcher to come up.
Pleased with, but I can live with. Field thingy. Buy a Drax.
Ooh.
Venom's
Went
Pact.
for a Drax.
Drax? Really?
And
Yeah.
villain his pack.
Drax?
Well, you went and bought, you know, the dice. You could have not bought any dice.
I could have, yeah, I could have sat it.
Just sat there. No, over to you.
Over to you, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's
Gentlemen, can we just verify the life totals real fast?
That's me 20, Alex 15.
Thank you.
For now.
Yeah.
True Mr. Six with a stern
Yeah,
warning.
I think it's worth pointing out that the 3 damage from the Corvus Glaive could actually be pretty critical as far as helping the game end 1 turn earlier or 1 attack earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, have you got one there? Oh, he's the same colour as your.
I've rolled
yeah.
a 5th, haven't I?
That's another Corvus
Oh,
Glaive.
yeah. Oh, you can buy him, but you can't. Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah, so
hang
he
on,
can
I'm
do
gonna
all
read
his.
the
He
card.
can do his shenanigans
Continue
again.
doing things. I'll read your team.
Okay.
I'll
Where's
read your
Redfield
thing.
is?
So
When you
Mr.
become a
McCat's gonna
threat to me,
now
I'll pay
actually
attention
read
to you.
what Mr. Six's team actually is.
Oh, bye,
He's just been on autopilot till this point.
He's gonna do
So-
his game prep by looking at it in the middle of the game.
13.
That's
2 more damage to Mr. McCat.
Now, what face was Corvus Glaive on?
I can't tell from here.
However,
It might be level 3 since it's towards that that side of the map.
with your under
And if it is a, it's a 3-1.
It looks like it's a
with-
0-3-1.
Attack step.
Or 1, yeah,
And I'll
0-3-1.
attack Corvus Glaive, 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, let's swing.
I'm gonna have. Oh, it's a real tough decision, but I don't really want to take another 5, so I think I'm gonna block him.
Yep.
So he's gonna block him this time.
And Corvus
Mhm.
Glaive is gonna come back the
And that's
next
Surge
turn.
then.
Oh.
Yeah, so Corvus Glaive is gonna be low key pressure from here on out.
Godcatcher
Mhm.
and 2 under surveillances.
Oh.
And a forge.
Oh.
Game.
This could be a very good turn.
Hi.
This could be
You
game.
don't really need him right now. Is that? Did you say that was?
You don't
Well,
really
no, it's
need-
not game.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah, I
First
think
God
this
Catcher
is
would
looking
trigger
like
the
Out, so that was what I drew. Yeah.
the
Yeah,
first
'cause
God
he would
Catcher
have
will
to-
trigger the 1.
Oh.
Then the first under surveillance will trigger the second God Catcher, targeting the first, and then the second under surveillance will target the second. So both God Catchers would go through.
No.
Oh.
And there it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
The beer goes in the middle of the table.
Oh man. Blockable.
Yep. That's his blocker.
Which then I'll use this MOD token and make it.
He's like, I'll punch
Oh,
you.
it's
Salt on the wound there using an
Salt on the
MOD
wound.
token.
MOD
For,
Oh. Wow. And that's it.
so, Mr. McCat, we do appreciate the salt in the wound using an MOD token there.
Yeah.
And sorry, True Mr. Six, the beer is not a valid blocker.
So it is comforting
It,
after
du- it dulls the pain.
Going to intermission.
Oh, I can't believe you drew both of them saying so.
All right.
Wow.
But I think the lack of masks for 2 turns in a row really sealed the deal for
Yeah.
True Mr. Six to not pull that one out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know. That's tough because he wants to do his thing right with the Corvus
Mhm.
Glaives,
Right.
but the threat is it's such a big threat with
Well,
the
and
forge and
you-
the God Catchers and the action dice.
Be able
You
to
kind
get
of
them
needed the
so
shield.
quick.
You kind of needed the mask.
Yeah.
And the Forge is such a little bit of an unknown part of the meta right
Yeah.
now that you don't expect how quickly this team is going to explode on you.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
that's better than any big entrance or anything else really to be able to get all those actions so cheaply.